Hi, welcome back to Aikido Virtual Dojo channel. Today we're gonna look at a movement together with a partner, with a Bokken, which we would call normally a Kumitachi. And since this is the first movement we are looking at in the sequence of 5 that exist, we call this one Ichi no Kumitachi. We will demonstrate the movements and we will explain how to do them, what is the meaning of the movements, and how you can practice starting from step by step and then going into a more fluid flow of this exercise. So let's go into the demonstration. Let's begin with explanation of the uchitachi, so of a partner who is attacking. The uchitachi, I begin in the position kenkamae, and from this position, as I see my partner who wants to strike me, who is preparing for a strike, as soon as he starts raising up his hands and his bokken, I will enter with a strike towards his belly. Actually, this movement, I think the best way to imagine this movement is as if I wanted to strike a drum. So I don't prepare the bokken. I don't want to prepare the bokken here and do something like a baseball strike, but I will enter forward and use my center and my hips to do something like striking a drum. And immediately after this one, I bring my feet together and raise my hands above my head, protecting myself a little bit here with a bokken from the side. And for the second movement, I turn back towards my partner and I strike him with my bokken. The strike is being blocked. So after the block, I move around and do my last strike, which is a yokomen uchi.
So let's take a look at the next part, the uketachi. Okay, this is the person that's going to be receiving the attack. So we're going to begin in kenkamae. Now the first step, the intention here is to begin with already a strike. So even though I'm striking in, I notice that the attacker who's planning to attack is going to take advantage of that. So as soon as I raise, the attacker is going to be coming in from underneath, striking towards the chest or the belly. And as I do that, then I notice that that's happening and I slide back as I finish my cut. Okay? Now my partner is going to be off to the side, and then there's going to be a second strike coming in, a yokomen uchi from here. And I have just enough time to step back and align and block. So it's not really a full finishing cut, but I'm going to block. Okay? Then there's going to be one more strike. The partner will come around to do another yokomen on the other side, and I will again step back and align, and this time I have enough time to make a full strike and finish towards the center of my partner. So in this next part, we're going to be doing the sequence together, and we're going to be taking it what we call step by step. Okay, so where one person does the movement and finishes before the next person starts their movement. Okay, and so in this way we can do this in a very clear way. Each person gets to work on their own movement in their own way, but we can still see it in relationship to each other. So we're going to show you what that looks like and explain it along the way. So we begin in Ken Kamai. We want to begin with a nice distance here where I can't quite touch my partner and he can't quite touch me, but we're just in contact. We can still feel each other's swords. Okay, this is a good beginning step. Right. Now, I know that my partner is going to attack, so I would like to go ahead and finish this before it begins. That's kind of the first intention. I want to raise to strike.
As Durward raises his Bokken, I see an opening, so I want to use this opportunity and enter and strike him. So I will make a big step with my back foot, diagonally to the side, so I get a little bit off the line where we were standing before, and I strike towards the belly here.
Okay. For the next part, I notice that he's doing this, and this is going to be a little bit close here for the step-by-step, but basically what's going to happen is I want to move back and out of the way. And at the same time, I'll be finishing the strike. Okay. Now I'm going to leave him just enough space to finish the second movement.
So as I see that Durward has stepped back and is finishing his cut, I will go into a protective position here. So the Bokken above my hand, both hands above my hand, both elbows underneath, supporting the Bokken, and protecting myself from this side. And then I continue my attack. So I go again, this time with a step with my left foot, and a Yokomenuchi strike towards the side of the head of Durward.
Seeing that the strike is already coming in so quickly, I'm going to step back, starting with the heel, raising just enough so that when I step back, I have just enough time to align and block here. It's not a full finishing strike, but just a block.
As my strike was blocked, I want to continue my attack, so I will move to the other side now, and keeping contact with the Bokken of Durward, which is protecting me from another strike from his side, raise my hands above my head, turn towards Durward's center line, and strike with another Yokomenuchi.
After that, I'm going to respond at the same time. Heel as I raise, step back as I align, and move in all the way in, finishing all the way down with the last cut towards the center of my partner.
After the step-by-step practice, or the start-stop practice as we call it, we can go into a practice moving at the same time. So we'll be both moving at the same time, but slowly, and we can still stop after each movement, after completing each movement of the whole sequence, to check our alignment and position before we go on. So when we start this now,
so beginning in Kamai together. The first step is I'm going to raise with the intention of coming in, and I see that he is coming in, so I step back.
So I enter, strike towards the belly, and go directly into this protective position above my head. And from here, I continue, so I can check my alignment, my position, where I am versus Durward's position. And after I've made the checks, I can move on with a second step, second movement, which is a Yokomenuchi attack towards Durward's head.
As he's doing that, I want to step back with a quick movement. I'm going to block towards this center.
Since I was blocked, I will move to the other side and strike again.
At the same time, I'm going to raise, step back as he moves forward. And this time I have enough space and time to finish with a full cut towards the center.
And my Bokken is going to be sight at the end.
Okay, so in this last step, we're going to do each step, but a little bit more fluid. Okay, so we'll begin. Coming into Kamae. Ichi, ni, san.
If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.